Hello everybody, thanks very much for tuning in. So apologies if you can hear a bit of a whining in the background. We've also got the cicadas, but there's actually some work being done in my neighbourhood because we had a burst water pipe earlier on. So it's been a fun day without water. Luckily, first thing in the morning I water my plants here and water on the side. The balcony, we've got a bit of an issue. Excuse me. We've got a bit of an issue, something that I think I might have addressed, but I've also reached out to the company who does the collapsible water barrel that I've got. So I'll show you when I get up there, but yeah, let's just cover everything that's going on here. So right now, as we can see, the cucumbers here are doing well, the tomatoes, the dill, the coriander, everything's doing well here. One thing I forgot to look up was how the loofah grows, and stupid me, it grows like zucchini, and I've planted it right next to a zucchini. So this area is just, it's really bad for space right now. So don't know if we can see, but inside we do actually have some plants doing the thing here. So right here it looks like a zucchini, right down here. So yeah, essentially near enough the same plant. I'm just going to let it do its thing this year. I'll learn for next year. Blueberry plant's doing pretty well now. A few of the leaves are still stressed. As you can see, they're pretty light, but overall it's doing well. We've got quite a bit of fruit this year, so happy that we've got that. Looks like something might have been trying to get it because there have been a few berries that have fell. The one over here is still recovering. So again, I think the fertilizer that I put in was maybe just a bit too strong for it. It's recovered. The balance is great, which is good. And this one, it looks decent. It's nice and healthy, it looks like. But it's the first year, so not much fruit really. Actually, you know what? Rather than let the fruit grow, just take it all off. And that way the plant can focus on growth. And my neighbours put the water hose over here just in case I need it, just because of our lack of water. And then obviously it's barbecue season, so I've been barbecuing the last few days. I've got the electric one, I've got the Spadini grill, or Spadani grill, however you want to say it. So as you can see here, it needs a bit of cleaning. It's very hot still, so I want to take that in when I'm done with my video here. And the Mexican sour gherkin's grown decent over here. We've also got some peas and stuff growing in, and some onions, so I don't really water the onions that much. Everything's going pretty well except the potatoes. So these potatoes, I think it's the Japanese beetles that have been getting it, not doing so great. And the one over there is much worse, but we'll get to that in a moment. The ones over here are not too bad, but you can see signs they are getting eaten. I am going through, I've got some insecticidal soap which I'm spraying. I am flicking them off, killing them as much as I can. And then obviously here we're going to have this whole fence covered with the cucumbers, which is going to be the salt and pepper cucumbers. Trying to sort it out, it just keeps on flopping over, so it's really competing for space. I might just let that one grow out and do its thing all the way down here, because obviously this space isn't being used too much, and then once I'm done here, this space will be even less done. I did not notice that because there's a lot of pollen that's fallen off onto those leaves. I thought it was something else, but it's all of the pollen or whatever it is from the top there. So yeah, everything's doing pretty well. The zucchini here is doing decent. I'm waiting for it to grow so I can tie it up to the trellis here. It's not growing as much as I wanted it to. Cucumbers there again aren't doing too bad, and I will be taking out the garlic from here at some point soon. It looks like again something trampling through there. I think it's the raccoons are trampling right through. And then let's go around. So actually, while we're here, you can see all of the seeds coming here from kale. So I'm just letting that kale plant do its thing. I'll take the seeds because I do need seeds for next year. So yeah, bit of a mess everywhere else. I'm not even bothering with the seating area this year. I might just get one seat under there and have it like that, but just need to think about it. The side of the house won't really go in there. Nothing's happening yet except rabbits eating the sunflowers that I've planted, so I've had to cover them all. We'll get to that in a bit. The watermelon is doing really well here, which is great. I do have a backup eggplant. I've got a couple of eggplants growing here. I can't really see them. It looks like one of them has been eaten quite a bit, but basically any of the eggplants that don't make it, there's a couple in there as well that might not make it. I'm just going to replace with this one here. We'll see if that works. And then obviously the onions that we're letting go to seed here. Got another one over there, if we can see, letting that go to seed. And let me maybe walk all the way around. One thing I have done over the last week, and sorry if there's a bit of wind coming from the unit here, but we've actually finished this one. So this wood here I need to cut off and reinforce the sides. So essentially this is just for the sides here, so I need to take these pieces off along the sides here. I need to get them off with a chisel. Then I need to cut this down, put it along the side for reinforcement, and then at that point I'll put some landscaping fabric across the bottom, all across the sides, and then at that point essentially it's good. I won't be using this until next year, so I'm not really in any rush. It's just this wood I'm going to have to cut down to size so it's not in the way, and then we've got some space here. We'll do what we can from there. Not seeing too much signs of the rust on the raspberries, but the raspberry plant does not look healthy. In places it looks nice and healthy, but then we've got stuff like this where it's completely dead, which tells me the plant's dead. We need to use this plant for something else. I think I'm giving up on the raspberries. This is the potato that's really been damaged, so as we can see, a lot of dead leaves here, so I need to cut all of that off. And I don't know if we can see, but the beetles love, yeah, right here. So right here we can see these beetles, and they just go under the leaves. I've been spraying this, so right there you see lots of them, so many of them, right here as well. So I'm getting an infestation of these beetles. I need to do a bit more research on how to kill them or deter them, because this plant's getting decimated and it's not good. So yeah, that's my challenge this year. And yeah, that's really everything from down here. There's one more thing, which is the hops plant over here, which is doing very well. So this is something that a co-worker gave me, and it's just really doing its thing. So yeah, first year, going to see what we need to do. It's really sticky. I'm going to guess that it's going to start growing along the side here, and maybe that's something that we can do, is each year have the hops plant on this side growing over, and then the Mexican sour gherkins on the other side. Going to see how these Mexican sour gherkins do. And then here we've got broccoli. I need to put that upstairs. So yeah, as I say, everything from down here. Noise is picking up a bit, and as we go to the balcony it'll likely pick up a bit more. So let's go to the balcony and let's see what's going on there. Okay, so I thought I'd start off on the balcony by showing you what's going on right now. Unfortunately we've got quite a bit of water coming from the drains. There's work going on over there. I don't know if we can see. Don't really want to go too much over onto my neighbor's balcony, but essentially over there, yeah, it's a lot's going on. I think I do have some of those beetles up here eating away at the soybeans, because we've got a very similar pattern. So I need to figure out what I can do to get rid of them fully. Jalapenos are doing pretty well. Lime plant is doing very well. It's started growing out all these extra shoots, which is nice and healthy. So yeah, hopefully we'll start seeing some fruit from that. The mint is coming back amazing, which I love. Peanuts are doing pretty well. Peas over here are not doing very well, and I think one of the problem is I'm not watering often enough. The peas really shallow roots and need water more often. Problem is, as I was saying, there was an issue all the way down here where this broke off. So I did some work. I've managed to get the right type of glue and glue it on, so hopefully I fixed it. It was completely leaking. I thought the leak was coming from this, but it wasn't. so I just need to clean that out when I get a chance. Everything looks good in the tap itself, but essentially it was just gushing out. I reached out to Vivo Sun, the company. They asked me for order details, but the thing is I got it from liquidation, not Amazon, so I just need to compile a bit more information. I took some snaps, and I'll just reply to them and see what we can do from there. The strawberries here, so this is actually rooted now, which is good. So what I can actually start doing is, well, it's died off from there, but now I can cut this and, you know, start doing more. I need to get rid of these tiles, but it was garbage day today. Missed my chance, which isn't good. And then obviously the other strawberries, trying to get them to root down here, and the chives not doing so great. Chives are very hardy though, so I'm pretty sure it'll come back. I do need to start trimming all of the sweet potatoes, because obviously I want the focus to be on the potato, not on the leaves. And then the watermelon's doing pretty well as well. Each of the watermelons are coming back now. Actually got a little watermelon grown here, which is great. So yeah, hopefully we can get some fruit this year from up here. This is not the mini watermelon, so I'm interested to see how this stands up, because it's not the most secure of things. But yeah, everything is going pretty well on the balcony. I do need to plant some carrots and beets down at the bottom here, which I will do. I'll just likely do it in a couple of weeks so we can get it for a fall planting. And here we go. They're cutting away at the pipes or whatever they're doing, so sorry if you can hear that. But that's essentially everything here. Again, similar to down in the back garden, I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. I am a very lazy person at times, so yeah, that's really everything from this week. Hopefully next week we'll have an update where we've got this fixed or replaced, one of the two. But yeah, that's everything. So thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you soon.